is that Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay. Kahlil playing at middle. I guess just to break down the rivalry for us, how much you guys are looking forward to it.
From what I'm hearing, I don't know if we haven't beat him in like 3 years now.
4 meetings, so 4 in a row.
So, yeah, I mean, I lost him the last 2 times I played against him. It's been my last year, you know. Looking forward to getting a win starting tomorrow.
Vinny, this is your first time playing middle. I mean, do you know much about the rivalry? I mean, have you guys talked about it that much, or is it a big talking point at all?
Well, you know, they're a really good team. So whenever we're about to play a really good team, the emphasis is on that team all week. You know, and we've prepared for them. As far as the rivalry, you know, I'm pretty aware of how much you know, they've beaten us. Like you said, last 4 meetings, which, you know, it's pretty unusual around here for us to lose to them that many times in a row. So for us, we're definitely trying to get a win, especially down there, and be nice, and then bring that momentum and try to win, get the win against them here. So as far as the rivalry, you know, you always put a little extra something into it when you're playing a team where they don't like you and we don't really like them that much. So.
Are you glad you're playing them now? I think, you know, right now you guys won 3 out of 4, playing really well. I mean, are you glad that this game has happened right now and you guys are playing as well as you guys have been playing, or, you know, just talk about that a little bit?
I mean, we've got a lot of momentum right now. You know, it should be 4 in a row. You lose a tough one at FAU, but we do have a lot of positive momentum. You know, a great home win last Saturday. So really, they're the best. They're right now statistically and everything the best team in our league, and everyone looks at them like that. But for us, like you said, it's all about the timing, and I think we're going into this game as far as momentum, it's about as solid as you can be. You know, trying to make it 4 games in a row and go down there with you know, it's going to be a really great environment for us to play in. So, you know, we're excited. We're definitely, I think our team will thrive on an opportunity to beat a team that, you know, we've been an underdog pretty much the whole way through in this entire conference and this run. So for us to play that underdog role again and go in there and try to get a win will be really positive for us.
Vinny, kind of going back to the rivalry for a second, I think the most experience anyone has had playing middle is just 2 years, Jamal and Caden, just the past 2 years. Who is, you know, you're aware of the rivalry, but I mean, who has, I guess, educated you about maybe the intensity, you know, that exists sometimes between these 2 schools?
Well, you know, obviously proximity. You know, us only being, you know, a little under an hour away from them, and them having very good teams in the last few years. But you know, people around, you know, professors, you know, students. You know, you got to beat middle. You know, if there's one team you have to beat in this league, it is middle. You know, I think for the pride of our school, I think it has a lot to do with it, and just, you know, hearsay here and there. You have to beat middle. That's what everyone says. So we're definitely going to take that and try to do what they say, beat middle. So that's our goal for tomorrow.
I know you don't want to look ahead too much, but what could this win, if you guys were able to beat them, what could that win do for the confidence and just the, I guess, mindset of the team moving forward? Obviously, you know, about a month away from conference tournament, this would probably be the signature win, you know, going the rest of the way. I guess, what would this type of win do for you guys' confidence going forward?
Well, basically, I think any win is good, but this in particular would be even more of confidence booster that we're already confident right now. So that would just, you know, increase our confidence, I believe, and I believe that if a win here will be in my tie for second. I'm not sure. I'm not positive. I know we're like 3rd right now, and this will put us in a place to possibly get a bye in conference tournament. So this one definitely be a plus.
And then you talk about timing too. You know, Tennessee middle just lost at Denver, a tough game, and so, you know, the timing of us coming off a huge win, you know, kind of a contrast there. They lose a tough road game. We win a tough, really tough momentum home win Saturday. So really the contrast of momentum there, I think, would be in our favor. You know, not saying that, you know, all things set aside, it's going to be a very tough game. So, you know, we have to take that into consideration, that we're going to have to go in there and play extremely hard, and they're a very physical team. So I think we're going to have to counter that in a lot of ways. But very beatable. I think it's going to be a very good game.
Coach said they're going to come in as a hungry team. Obviously, you mentioned their losses. I mean, are you guys prepared for that, and are you expecting them to come out, you know, just really tough this match? Obviously, they would be anyway, but do you think they're going to have a chip on their shoulder after coming off those 2 losses?
Well, that, and I think, you know, Coach always tells us that, you know, we can expect the other team's best shot, you know, because of what we have in front of our jerseys. You know, we were told that when we came here, you know, best shot, especially on the road. When we go to other teams' gyms, they're going to play as hard as it possibly can just because of who we are. And having said that, with them having a really good team this year, we are, all week with us preparing and practice, Coach didn't call fouls in practice. We played it. Every drill we did extra physical and everything just to get ready for that physicality and that environment that, you're not always going to get that call that you would expect to get here or anywhere else. That, in that environment, you're not going to get a lot of calls that you expect to get. So, playing through that and playing through those things to get the win is going to be key for us.
Kahlil, this is obviously a road game for you guys, but it's also a game where a lot of fans can get to. What would it mean to you to see the red well represented down in Murfreesboro?
That's definitely a plus too. Playing down that scope. There's probably gonna be a real hostile crowd out there against us. It is pretty much everywhere we go, especially with a team like Middle being number one in the conference, 10-1. But our crowd, our fans, have really been big and a part of just supporting us. And we really appreciate that, and we're playing hard, even harder than before. Because of it. So I think that the fans coming up there will definitely be a plus as well. And the feel, not at home, but just a little bit of feel like, okay, we got support here, so let's go play as hard as we can and try to get this win out there.
I'm working on a story about Jamal, and I was just going to talk to Kahlil. Obviously, just talk about the maturity you've seen from him. Obviously, we saw what he was able to do against South Alabama, putting up 24 points. Just what can you talk about? What can you attest to as far as his maturity over the past year or so, growing up and becoming more of a scorer as opposed to just maybe a facilitator and this is a point guard who ran the offense?
I think that he already had that in his game. It's just that he's been able to, exploit it now. He's being able to just play his game now. He's playing basketball, like he said, and he's real good. He's gonna lead us now, and if we all just follow behind him, I think that the sky's the limit. So I think we can, make that run.
Vinny, can you talk about just what kind of a leader he's been this season for you? Obviously, a freshman coming in, he's one of the only upperclassmen. Just what have you seen from him? What's he been able to mentor to you?
Yeah, just recently, I think the change from Jamal in a lot of ways. I think you can pay back to the fact of Kevin getting hurt early, earlier on, and he really was solidified in that position. Between him and Kevin, Jamal would make a mistake or whatever, and Kevin would come in for him, But I think for Jamal's confidence, he knows that, I'm our point guard now. You hate to see Kevin go out, obviously, but with Jamal, it's, this is my job, and I'm the one that's going to have to do it full time now. And I think with that comes a lot of confidence in itself, maybe self-retained confidence that I'm the man for the job, and this is what I'm going to do because I'm our only option at our point guard position. I think he's really taken in that role. As far as coming in, Jamal's the first one to grab everybody into a huddle, in the tough momentum of the game. You never saw that a lot of times before, this 3-game win streak or anything before that. When we would go down, we'd be down 8 or 9 points, and that would be the game. The game would end up being a 17-point loss. Now, we're down 7 or 8. We battle back and get a 3-4 point win. I think that's a big change for us, having him as a definite point guard leader, and that we really didn't have in the beginning of the year. That's definitely been a big change for us as far as getting wins down the stretch and getting out of close games.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, guys.